What's up, Renegade Nation? Before we begin the video, I'd like to give a big shout out to our most recent Patreon supporters: GXR7, Surrect74, Andrea Cassini, Swider, Aso Spades, and Scythe. Thank you all very much for your support, and if you want to support us on Patreon, feel free to click the link below in the description to find out more. Thanks again.
Hey, what's up everybody? So, as you may or may not know, I have been playing Warframe on stream because everybody asked me to. So, we've been having a good time, killing a bunch of stuff, farming a lot of materials. Last night, they helped me farm my second Warframe. Basically my second Warframe. Like, you get your first one when you start the game out of the 3 that you can pick from. And I was like, yeah, that guy sounds cool. And we were like, all right, let's run this mission like 15 times till we get all the parts for it. And I got it. So, by next weekend, I'll have a new one. It's a lot of fun just because you get a lot of cool stuff and a lot of like options for how you can play the game and everything. So, TennoCon is their annual convention, I guess, kind of like BlizzCon. They're kind of a little mini E3 type deal where they show off their new stuff
and everything,
what they're planning for it. And apparently there's a new cinematic trailer for new players to the game, and everybody asked for me to react to it, and I was going to do it solo, but I was like, you guys have any interest in this? And Nate and Chad were like, yeah, sure.
I'm not against it.
So,
I like them damn old video games.
Oh,
maybe after watching this they'll be interested enough to try it themselves, considering the game is free to play.
We'll see. We will see. All right. You ready?
Yeah, let's check it out.
For generations you've slept.
The final frontier.
No purpose. No call to wake you.
This is something I've not seen before.
Grenier. Seeds from the ruins of the old war, swallowing colonies whole.
Those guys are ugly.
But there's still hope.
Ooh.
The Tenno. Monuments of an ancient warrior caste. Scattered across frail worlds.
No. Very nice. Very, very cool.
So the fun part is you can basically do everything he just did in the game, to an extent.
Sick.
back in your faces.
That's Mag, and she uses like all magnetic powers. First one was called Excalibur, and this third one she's walking up to is called Volt. Volt's the one I've been playing as. Those are just the first 3 you can pick from.
So you can leave.
Together, they fought back. Bringing an end to an empire. Then they left. Forgotten. Like a dream. Wake up, Tenno. Wake up.
That was badass.
Yeah,
All
that
right.
was fucking sick.
All right. Damn.
They're like some savage ass Power Rangers. I like it.
Yeah,
Pretty
Super
much.
Savage Power Rangers, man.
They are essentially robot space ninjas.
The first one you said Excalibur
Mhm.
kind of reminded me of the White Beetleborg.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
yeah, the horn coming out and
Yeah.
everything. Yeah,
I always thought his armor was sick. I like that guy,
yeah.
and he has a bow too. On his back,
You
it
can
looks like.
actually use any weapons you want on any Warframe. So,
Really?
like, 2 of the starting choices, though, are between a bow and a rifle.
And is this third person, first person?
Yeah, it's third person. Yeah.
Okay.
There's a movement system in the game that I don't think would work as well in first person
Mm-hmm.
because of all the different things you can do. You can slide, what they call bullet jump, where you crouch then jump and you just like launch forward in a straight line. You can do double jumps and flips, run on walls. Like they've done all this stuff in first person, but you're just so flippy and like crazy fast
Yeah.
that I think it would probably give a lot of people motion sickness
Like
if it
a
was in first
Spider-Man
person.
game in first person.
Kind of,
would
yeah.
be-
Like, dude, Volt, his second ability that he gets is actually a speed boost, and like it makes you run so fast. It's like it's faster than Spider-Man even moves in the whole Spider-Man
Yeah.
game. It's crazy. You can chain all that together, and they call it parkour. So like whenever you see people who have been playing for a little bit, playing through the levels, like they're just like flying through the levels at crazy fast speeds, just like, you know, you'll zip past a guy and just be like pop and just put a bullet in his head as you go by, basically.
Wow.
It's pretty cool how you can move through the game and play it, and that's one of the big selling points of it is just your movement and everything. But there's I don't even know how many there are, but there are crap tons and crap tons and crap tons of Warframes that each have their own sets of abilities that you can pick from. You
Wow.
can build them all. The game's technically free. You can technically buy stuff in it, but it's possible to get the premium currency without actually ever spending any real money if you don't want to.
That's
as well.
cool.
Yeah, like unlike other games that like lock stuff behind premium currency and don't give you a way to
Yeah.
get it other than giving them money.
Yeah.
You can actually get things that are harder to farm in the game, and people can trade you their premium currency for it.
Stop
Yeah.
taking our fucking bread.
Give us a good game and don't depend on microtransactions.
Yeah, it's basically cool because it's got the option, you know.
For a free game, that says a lot too. Like,
Definitely.
that's a
Like, it's probably one of the nicest looking free games I've ever played as well. And apparently
that's the
this
reason I've never tried it. They're usually trash.
this update they showed off is even updating the graphics engine further,
Shit.
so it looks even nicer now. Like, or will look nicer soon.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think what else to tell you about it. Really, it's just a pretty cool little game. Like, the missions are usually about between 5 to 15 minutes long a piece,
Yeah.
so it's also a thing you can sit down and play like small chunks at a time. Like, but the only downside I really have with it is when you craft something. Some of the stuff you craft, like the Warframes, actually take like 72 hours before you can pick it up.
Oh shit. So
But
it's actual like manufacturing time.
yeah, but like, you know,
Well,
so
Iron
with stuff
Man
like that,
1.
at least it crafts when you're not playing the game. So you can log on, be like, I have the stuff for this, let's craft it, log off for 2 days, come back and pick it back up, and then you'll
Yeah.
have your thing that you crafted, you know. So at least it's not like you have to play the game for 72 hours before you get that thing.
Right.
That'd
So,
be
like, that's
ridiculous.
one of the
It's
things I'm
real
doing
time.
is I'm crafting, or I set the parts to craft for that Warframe last night. If I just log in today, they'll be ready, and then I'll set the Warframe to craft, and he'll be ready by the time I play next weekend.
Okay.
So,
Cool.
but
Hey,
yeah.
but
And all that stuff you just saw, basically, from what I can tell, is just a precursor leading up to where the game starts. Like, it basically starts with wake up Tenno, and then pick your Tenno, like your Warframe, you know, and then you start running through, and you get to pick between your 2 primary weapon choices, which is a bow and a rifle. Your 2 secondary choices are a pistol and a shuriken, and your 2 melee choices are a bow, staff, and a sword. And then shortly after, you can start crafting like whatever you want, almost. Like, I'm about to make myself a nice shotgun. And I know there's like all kinds of cool melee options in the game, like scythes and dual daggers, dual swords, great swords. I have a great sword right now, it's a big ass sword that cleaves dudes in half. It's pretty sick actually.
that sounds awesome.
Yeah,
That video was sick.
Yeah, it was very sick. And honestly, hey, Warframe's free, guys. I mean, if y'all want to play it, feel free. I mean, what could it hurt? I mean, it's free, literally.
if you already play Warframe and you want to show up when I stream on the weekends, it's usually, you know, Saturday, Sunday, maybe Friday night. Like, check the Discord to find out when I'm going to play it. And if you show up during the stream and you play on PC and want to play with me, I'll invite you.
All right. Well,
I may actually start doing console streams of it eventually, just because I got a lot of people that are like, "Are you playing on PS4?" And I'm like, "No," and they're like, "Oh." I'm like, "Yeah, maybe I'll start doing a console account as well, just so you guys can also play with
or
me."
Sony
some.
could just stop being a bitch and just let people
Yeah,
do cross-platform.
Yeah, I hope eventually they'll do crossplay in this game, because that would be bitching, because there's a big
Sony,
fan base
looking at
across the
you.
different systems.
Switch, it's even available on that.
Yeah, it's not on Switch now.
Sheesh. There
Somebody
you
told
go.
me last night if it was crossplay on Switch, they would play with me.
Yeah. It's not on Xbox One either, is it?
I don't remember. It might be.
Possibly.
I'm not sure.
If
So-
so, I would definitely be on board for that too. Let's play together, ladies and gentlemen.
Ladies and
Swords
germs.
and guns and cool suits that look like Beetleborgs. I'm down for it.
Beetleborgs.
One thing I will
Power
tell you
and it's
too is, despite the game looking really good, I was playing it on my laptop previously, and my laptop actually ran it really well. So
So it's not one of those.
yeah, you don't have to have like a super beefy system to play it.
Yeah.
It's
It's
got a
not
lot of
demanding.
graphic settings you can turn down if you have problems with it.
A lot of games nowadays are super demanding.
Yes, it's on Xbox. It looks like, I believe. Yeah, it's on the Microsoft Store.
Okay. So, there you are. You got a winner.
So yeah, it's
Let's do
basically
it.
on any of the current consoles you might own. Like,
Space
if you have a PC
Ninjas.
or PS4 or an Xbox or Switch, you can play some more.
Space Ninjas.
Space
and it
Ninjas.
looked like the world that that chick was in that was waking them up or whatever looked like kind of some World of Warcraft Elvish looking shit going on. I was
I
expecting
think
her
that's.
to be like this. You know?
I don't remember what planet it starts on, but it actually takes place in our solar system.
Oh.
Yeah, so you go, you start on Earth on the map, and then you unlock these basically warp gate jump points off of the map and go to all the other planets in our solar system. And then there's like some moons of like Mars and Jupiter as well, like Phobos and Ceres and
Cool.
Fortuna, I believe. So like it's pretty cool how you open the map and just explore around the solar system and stuff. And then there's something called the Void as well that may or may not actually be something based off of something in our solar system that you can go to as well. But you also get things called arc wings that you can fly around on, and everybody's not as big a fan of those missions, but it's still kind of neat. Changes it up, you know, instead of just being on the ground the whole time. And they're working on a system as well that they also showed more of at this con called Railjack. And it's going to be some sort of like co-op thing where people are like flying ships and actually having like space battles and shit.
That's sick.
So that's kind of cool as well.
So here's the thing. They're doing this now, and they're saying that they're going to add it in instead of saying, oh, at launch, everything will be ready.
Yeah, well, this has actually, I think, technically been in beta for 3 years now. So I still don't think it's actually technically fully released. But they continually work on and add new stuff to it, so...
Okay.
If you get bored of it now, you can come back in like a year and see what all they've put in that's new.
Hey,
I mean, I like stuff like that as well.
I'm cool with that. So, everybody out there...
very friendly community for this game, too. Like, this is probably one of the least toxic gaming communities I've ever been in.
Just wait. very moment it goes gold and people are just like, oh my gosh, this game's so awesome. Can't believe all these plebs are playing the game. How long have you been playing the game? 3 years. You're a pleb. You still suck. It's like,
True.
Dude, if he's having fun playing the game, what does it matter? I mean, well.
And apparently people will, like, tell you, like, late game, they're like, hey, you're modding wrong, but, like, the guy I watch explains it as they're not really trying to be a dick. They're actually trying to just be helpful, you know? It's like your mods could be more efficient and stuff like that.
Well, yeah,
so, like, they'll help you out.
Friendly advice is one thing in which I'm all for. I'm all for like friendly advice.
Yeah.
But very moment people are just like, you should just quit the game, bro.
Yeah, usually people aren't out trying to help in any of the games that I've played. They're just like, I'm killing you, taking your shit, and fuck you.
You've been playing too much Fallout 76.
One last thing, and I wish I knew this when I started playing the game, so I like to tell everybody this whenever I'm recommending they get into Warframe. When you first pick up the game, you get 50 platinum, which is the premium currency, and everyone recommends that I've seen so far that you spend that on only Warframe slots and weapon slots. So buy like an extra Warframe slot and some extra weapon slots because you won't be able to get those otherwise, and like spending it on like cosmetics and stuff that you want to make your Warframe look cooler with is actually not the best idea because it'll be a while till you can make that platinum yourself to buy more slots, and so you'll limit how much stuff you can have.
Oh.
So
Okay.
that's just the main tip. It's like if you want to start Warframe, spend your platinum on Warframe and weapon slots, and then
You heard it here, folks.
later on you can make your own platinum to buy all the cool looking stuff with as well.
God. Gotcha.
It's my first account. I goofed and I bought like a fucking cape. I was just like, my cape looks badass, and I'm like, oh shit, I should have spent that on efficiency instead.
Well, this looks interesting, and for anyone out there who's interested in playing it, like we said, it's free. I mean, and there's more stuff coming to it, and the people who work on this game are always updating it. And, yeah, Nick plays on it a lot, and if you want to play with him, if you're on PC, let him know. Hopefully in the future he'll be able to get a PS4 copy of it running and be able to join y'all on on consoles and everything. So I guess that's going to do it for this one, ladies and gentlemen. This was the Warframe cinematic trailer at TennoCon 2019. We hope that you enjoyed it, and hopefully we'll see you out there and playing Warframe. Until then, we'll see you then. Peace out.